Today I'm going to do a very brief market update for Roseville area. So I
All
put
right.
on a trend for past 6 months, for past year. So we can see the Roseville market is going up around 35% for the whole year, from May 2020 to until today, May 2021. So that is a very big jump, 35%. Usually around last year or 2019 and 2018, the average increase is around 5 to 10%. So 35% is really 3 times over the average year house price increase. But it's not a very surprising number. Sacramento area in general is also over 30% increase from the last year. Kenny, could you go to next slide? So this number is the property price increase for last 5 years. So for last 5 years, the total increase is around 50%. So in average, it's 10% every year. In general, Roseville area is a very stable real estate market. And right now, the median property price is around middle 600,000 for a 4 bedroom, around 2,000 square footage single family house.
Okay, well, just so that everybody is clear, Judy is talking about Roseville. In case you don't know where Roseville is to the northeast of Sacramento. Am I right, Judy?
Yes, Roseville is next to Rockland and very close to Folsom actually. It's around 15 minutes driving from Folsom to Roseville.
Okay.
I also did a trend on the market rent. You can see right now the market rent increased 22% for a 3 bedroom. I also did a small count for 1 bedroom. So 1 bedroom is also around 25-30%. That's even a bigger increase. So right now the average rent in Roseville area for a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, around 13 to 1,500 square feet is around 2,500 to 2,700, depends on the property condition and property square footage. And I also did a very quick calculation on the Roseville's cap rate. Kenny, can you go to my next slide?
Yes.
Yeah. So I decided to show you some pictures for like a small single family house in Roseville area. So you can see it's only been sold around 1-2 months ago, 1.5 months ago. So for this kind of small single family home, the sold price is around 550 to 560, 570. The average rent is around 2,500 something. So we can actually easily calculate the cap rate. Kenny, I have another example. It's on the next slide.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's another comp. It was just sold last month, actually, couple weeks, 1 week ago. So you can see 3 bedroom, bathroom, 1,700 square footage. The house actually I went to see this property. The house condition is pretty good. So the sold price is 550. And myself recently have a property just got accepted our offer. The price we got into contract is also 550. It's a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, around 1,500 square footage single family residence. I also, Kenny, can you go to the next slide?
Yes.
Here is how I calculate the cap rate. So I calculate the rent. I did an average rent on 2,500 plus 12 months. So you can get 30,000 income, and you minus the property tax for 6,000, and I estimate insurance for rental property is $1,000. So you minus total 7,000 cost, but I don't want to make it too complicated, so I didn't include any vacancy rate. And right now, the rental market is also very hot, so I didn't calculate any vacancy rate. Right now, we can just go ahead and rent it within 1 to 2 weeks. Actually, I recently rent out. I helped my client to rent out 2 properties in Folsom area, and already post the rental advertisement on Craigslist, and we rent it out the next after closing. So um, on right now's market, there is really not much vacancy if you choose a good location, good condition property. So if we add up everything, you can get the cap rate for 4.07%, which I think is a very good cap rate in right now's market. Sacramento area's cap rate maybe it's around 4.1 to 4.3, something like that. But I think compared to Sacramento City, Roseville's neighborhood is a little bit better and also better school district. But be careful when you purchase new build communities. They have some higher property tax, value tax stuff. For new build property, the estimate property tax is not about 6,000. Probably you need to add up another 2,000 on top of 6,000, which will definitely decrease the rate to around 3.5%. However, the house will be newer and better condition, of course. So sometimes you have to balance. And compared to Folsom's property, I think Roseville also can be another option for the investors. It really depends on the property price you want to choose. In Folsom area right now, for a single family resident, if it's not in a HOA community, the price will start with 600,000 at least. I recently have last 2 weeks I have two closed in Folsom. Both are at 611,000 for square footage is around 1,300 square footage, 3 bed, 2 bed. So that's not a very big house. It's a small size, single story, 3 bed, 2 bathroom family. So in Roseville, you can purchase a same square footage with around 550 to 560. So the cap rate will be very similar. So it really depends on the price range, what the investor looking for. And regarding the city neighborhood, I think Roseville is very similar to Folsom, and also is with very good school districts.
Judy, let me ask you a few questions about Roseville. Now, Roseville, the prices are going up. Are the prices going up at the same pace as Sacramento and Folsom, or just slower pace?
Well, since Roseville is not a very big market, and even though the population is increased very quick, but it's very similar pace with Sacramento and Folsom. When I remember when I posed the trend of Roseville, I also posed the trend of Sacramento and Folsom. Roseville is around 1 or 2% slightly higher um, for the property price increase rate, but 1 to 2% is not a big difference. So for me, I would say it's the same, very similar, same pace with Sacramento and Folsom area.
Now, I understand the price per square foot in Roseville is slightly lower than Folsom. So, is that a good reason to pick Roseville over Folsom as a place to live?
Well, it's if for owner-occupied property, it really depends on the personal need, on the personal reference. For the investors, I think it really depends on how much your target is. as I said, if you are looking for slightly lower investment price, Roseville is one of the option. But if you can go up to 600,000, do you think Folsom is a better choice? Because I do like Folsom a little bit better because of Folsom Lake, the area. Right now, Folsom is still my favorite.
Yeah, congratulations on your recent two close in Folsom. Excellent job. Now, I remember when in your year two as a real estate agent, that's probably your best year so far. How is 2021 shaping up for you? Are you going to match your best year?
Well, this year is not my best year so far, actually. But this year doing pretty good compared to last year because last year it was really slow. As I remember, last year the whole year I only closed two two investment properties, which is extremely the lowest in my career because COVID-19 and everyone is so scared. And the two closed investment transaction, one is my dear mom, and
Oh,
the other one is a very good friend of me. But the story I want to share is my mom was a little bit, myself is also a little bit um, kind of struggled when we purchased the investment property last year because back then everyone is a little bit panic and worry about the COVID-19. The market is very unstable and we can't really foresee whether it will going to a huge drop on the property price. So everything um, we know about COVID-19 is we never see it in the market. So it's a lot of uncertainty to really do the investment decision last year. But the reason why me and my mom decided to purchase that property is um, the reason is the cap rate is very good. The cap rate when we purchase it is around 6%, and just this month I raised up the rent again, and right now the cap rate is very close to 10%.
oh my God.
So I know it's a very good deal, but it's also combined with risk. Always good deal always combined with risk. If you can't take the risk, just walk away. If you can take a risk, just go for it. So that's it just depends on person whether um, you can take that risk. And what finally let me make that decision is when I purchase that property, I decide not to sell it within next 20 years. So whatever the price go up or go down, I don't care. So as long as I have stable rental income and the cap rate is good, I really don't care whether the property will suddenly drop because even the property price dropped, the rent I collect is also enough to pay the mortgage payment to let me go over with the low point of the property price. So that is how I invest in real estate business. I always look in long term, not short term. If you look at in long term, you put enough equity. What I mean enough equity is at least 20% to 30%. I know for myself, I always put 30% just to be safe. And if you have enough cash flow to at least make it even with your mortgage payment, property tax, insurance, what we call PITI, then even the market sometimes shift a little bit. It has up and down. Even on the lowest point, you still can make your mortgage payment um, by the rent you collect. So you should still be safe. So that's what um, my logic for investment real estate business. So not only look on the price, but based on the cash flow you collect.